NFL prize picks for week 14 of the regular season. I'm Sniper from DFS Army. Hit the like button, and I'm going to give you my 5 favorite plays for the Sunday afternoon games. This is the Proptimizer. Let you compare prize pick lines, sportsbook odds, and our projections to find plus EV plays. Got it for all these sports. Play number 1 for today's video. It's Darnell Mooney. More than 22.5 receiving yards. You see the odds here? Line should be set up at 25.5. It's 25.5 on all these books. The lone outlier being FanDuel, which I think Prizepicks pulls a lot of lines from FanDuel or BetMGM. Regardless, we get 3 yards of cushion here. Looks good to me. Our projection model also pointing over at 28 yards. If you are a last 5, last 10 person, we check in on that. He's made it 3 of the last 5 games. Extended out 2 of the last 10. He's made it 6 of the last 10. So trending in the right direction. Projection is over. Line should be set a little bit higher. Put all those things together, and I'm going to go ahead and play Darnell Mooney over on the receiving yards as play number 1. That easy to find plus EV plays. Let's go back to the Proptimizers. Find play number 2. We scroll down. We land on Nico Collins, less than 70.5 receiving yards. Again, books have it off. 67.5 at DraftKings, 65.5 at PointsBet. And there's a lot of juice on the under. 67.5 under is minus 148. Really good value on Prizepicks. I know he just went off 191 yards against Denver. This is the Jets defense. The Jets defense, look, the Jets are a train wreck of a team. Trust me, they're my team. But they're still allowing the 3rd fewest passing yards in the NFL. Pull up the last 10, about 50-50. So again, this is more of a matchup play, the last 5, last 10. I get it, but we got odds pointing way in the right direction and a projection model down there, and he's facing a good defense. For me, that's enough to make Nico Collins play number 2. Flip back on over to Prizepicks. We'll go ahead and we'll make this play. That's play number 2 for today's video. By the way, never enough NFL content. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Check out Coach Will's NFL videos. Got his own picks. All our plays are available in Discord. Make sure you sign up at that link below. Your code Sniper20 gets you 20% off. Or just follow along on YouTube for now. But you also get access to Discord and this tool that is updated live throughout the day. You make sure there's no plays ahead that I pulled out. Play number 3 for today's video. Noah Fant, more than 15.5 receiving yards. You're going to notice a pattern of how I like to do things here. Not as big of a difference, but still, a yard is a yard. DraftKings, Caesar, BetMGM, Caesars all have it at 16.5. Caesars actually has juice towards the over as well. A little bit of juice, but they're favoring the over 16.5. Go ahead and look at the projections here. We are projecting Noah Fant at 24.12 receiving yards. Last 5, he's only made it 2 of the last 5 games, but it has been the last 2. 43 yards last time out against Dallas. Pull up the last 10. He's made it in 6 of the last 10 games. If you want to go a little bit further out in terms of the history, if that is your thing, I can go last 15. He's 67%. He's made it. I can't do math here. 67%. I was going to say 15, but I don't think they've played 15 games yet. So we're probably actually diving a little bit back into last year because we're only at week 14 of the regular season. But the last 15 is available. Same quarterback. The last 10 is probably more valuable here. The last 6 of the last 10 for Noah Fant. Odds in the right direction. Projection in the right direction. You get the idea at this point. Let's go ahead and let's find Noah Fant. More than 15.5 receiving yards as play number 3. Play number 4. Back to the drawing board. KJ Osborn, more than 17.5 receiving yards. Line, you guessed it, it's off 18.5. Some places, though, actually a little bit under, which is interesting. So PointsBet is at 15.5. FanDuel is at 16.5. BetMGM, Caesars, DraftKings all agree on 18.5. So odds not as strong of a play. I would argue, by the way, and even when it's not in my direction, I say this, I think DraftKings of the books we have access to is the sharpest props book around. So 18.5 would be, if I had to pick one of these lines, that's what I would go with. But you can view all of them here in the Proptimizer. Projection model, 23.5. Got him projected 6 yards over the number. Last 5 games. He's made it 3 of the last 5. Hook here against Atlanta. So No, right on it. Go to the last 10. He's made it 7 of the last 10 games with a couple of just near hooks. So he's getting the looks. Not afraid of the Raiders defense. KJ Osborn, more than 17.5 receiving yards, is going to be play number 4 of today's video. I got 5 queued up. Remember, on Prizepicks to play your 5s and 6s. That is where the best math value is. If you want to play less, play 2s. I strongly encourage you not to play 3s and 4s. There's just math-wise, you're costing yourself money. You're better off playing the plays at a sports book than playing 3s and 4s on Prizepicks. So when it's a long game, little things like that matter. Now, if you don't have access to a sports book, not legal in your state, I get it. I would still encourage you to go 5s and 6s versus your 3s and 4s. One more play for today, though. Oh, there it is. Scrolled right by it. Josh Jacobs, same game as before. Other side, though, more than 14.5 receiving yards. DraftKings 15.5. Pretty much 15.5 across the board, except at FanDuel at 14.5. Projection model has him up at 21.6. Has only made it in 2 of the last 5 games, but he's getting looks here. The games he missed, the Jets, Dolphins. I'm assuming the Dolphins are trying to stretch the field, and the Jets are just a good defense. That's all they got, but good defense. Go to the last 10. He has made it in 6 of the last 10. He's getting looks pretty much in every game. The only game he didn't have even a look here was the Giant game. 14.5 yards in this matchup. I'll go ahead and I'll go with the projection and the odds, and we'll go Josh Jacobs more than 14.5 receiving yards. Go ahead, we'll pull up this play. Not Josh Jacobs, more than 14.5 receiving yards. Let's go ahead. Let's do our recap for week 14. Darnell Mooney, more than 22.5 receiving yards. Nico Collins, less than 70.5 receiving yards. Noah Fant, more than 15.5 receiving yards. KJ Osborn, more than 17.5 receiving yards. And Josh Jacobs, more than 14.5 receiving yards. Lock that play in. Make sure whoever you're following is playing along with you. That's what I got for today's content. Hit the like button. Drop me a comment with your favorite play. Make sure you check out Coach Will's video. Subscribe to the channel. And hopefully, most importantly, I want to see you in the Discord at those links below. That's what I got for today. Hope you enjoyed it. It's your daily reminder that whether or not you are a DFS Army member, you probably should be. But either way, good luck in those contests, and I will see you next time.